Need it. Okay. 30 seconds. I'm actually gonna be like this. Hi guys, and welcome in South Africa. We are under the sun. Not sure if you can hear me now.
Yes, Elodie, we can hear you. Welcome to welcome to South Africa. Welcome to Soweto. Thank you for waking up this morning in the sunshine. Actually, how warm is it? How warm is it in Soweto right now? What's the temperature?
Oh, I think we are like on a 20, 28 degrees. It's going to be a hot day today.
It's much warmer than what it is right now in Belgium.
Yeah, I'm going to try to send you some sunlight, you know, so sunshine and heat there. We've got like a very, very beautiful day today.
Excellent. So, Elodie, I think what would be nice is if you could just introduce yourself and just explain to us who you are and why you're in South Africa right now.
Yes, so I'm Elodie. I'm French, and I've been working and living in South Africa for more than 10 years now. I live in Johannesburg, so very close to Soweto. I absolutely love South Africa, the people, the culture, and everything here. And I work in tourism, so I love sharing what I think that the best country with so many things, and it's what I do all the time to just show what it is about, and maybe to show everyone that we are like an amazing country with so many rich culture and so many things that we want to share with you guys. So today we are in Soweto because I think it's one of the amazing parts of South Africa as well, and we want to show you the vibrant Soweto. So yeah, it's basically what you're gonna do, and we're gonna just take you around, just to show you around and how it is. And it's a Sunday, so it's fantastic, you know. It's quite vibrant on a Sunday.
Oh, cool. And so, what's Soweto actually? Can you just give us a little explanation of what it
Yes.
is?
So
What's the name?
actually,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. So actually, we're gonna be with a guide today. He's from Lebo Backpacker, so he's gonna explain to you what it is about exactly. And his name is Philip. He's gonna be with us, and I'm gonna just change for you to see him right now. And here we go. This is Philip. That welcome you in
Hello, Philip.
Soweto.
So yes, guys, Soweto, welcome to it. Of course, if you don't know, Soweto stands for the South Western Township, the biggest township in South Africa, and also one of the most popular. When we were growing up as children, our parents would always say, when Soweto sneezes, achoo, the whole country catches the flu. So that's just to let you know how important Soweto is. Welcome to it, ladies and gents. The biggest township in South Africa. About 180 to 200 square kilometers, divided into 41 districts, with a population estimated. It's a bit tricky, this one, but an estimation of 2.5 to 3 million people. Yeah, but a bit difficult to put your finger on the number. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be focused around Orlando West. Orlando West is one of the 41, but so happens to be one of the cream of the crop, the popular sections of Soweto. Now, Orlando West was home to people like the great Nelson Mandela, Winnie Mandela, Archbishop Desmond Tutu. The list goes on and on. The 1976 student uprising. For the soccer fans, the football fans, Orlando West is also the home of the Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs is one of the biggest soccer teams in Soweto. Don't let them fool you and tell you about another team called Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates is irrelevant.
I am a Pirates fan, so.
Kaizer Chiefs right now. But ladies and gentlemen, Soweto, the southwestern township. Just to point out a few landmarks that you will see as we cruise around. The two cooling towers, which stand as the tallest landmark in Soweto. Originally a coal-generated power station. Unfortunately, all throughout its operation from the 1930s into the early 1980s, not supplying Soweto with electricity. Supplying the posh parts of Johannesburg. Today, the towers no longer work as a power station. But today, for those who are into extreme sports, 100 meters tall, 3.5 seconds, you can get to bungee jump. All right? Moving from the towers to the soccer stadium. The soccer stadium is the home of Orlando Pirates.
Just there.
Nicknamed the Slaughterhouse. Nicknamed the Mecca of South African football. About 40,000 seats in capacity. During the FIFA 20 World Cup, that is where we had some of the celebrations. People like the lovely Shakira blessing us with the Waka Waka song. Moving on, ladies and gents, from the towers, the stadium, towards the mountains. Those mountains, they stand as a landmark. Although they are not natural, those are man-made. Those are evidence of gold mining. When sand was taken from the earth, deposited in different spaces, over time forming those mountains. To many of our parents, those mountains are known as the blinders. Our parents said that maybe strategically put there to divide Johannesburg from Soweto. To a lot of the young people, those are our Table Mountain. All right. So ladies and gents, I'm going to be taking you through the streets of Soweto. Like Elodie said, it's a Sunday. It's vibrant. I hope you're ready for it. It's going to be exciting.
Excellent. Well, we are ready to go on that tour. I've got a question for Philip.
Yes.
Plenty of languages are spoken in South Africa, if I'm correct, huh?
Yeah, 11 languages.
Yeah, and I think
Absolutely.
There's one that's very common to Dutch, because in Belgium we speak Dutch and French. Do you guys speak Afrikaans as well?
You know, as a Sowetan, languages are very, very easy. Because of the diversity of the different cultures, people coming from the different parts of Africa, flocking to the cities for employment, the townships for accommodation, it becomes very easy to learn languages. Myself, I can speak about 6 languages. Afrikaans is included. Ek praat net 'n bietjie or 'n klein bietjie Afrikaans taal. Ek hoor Afrikaans. Ek kan nie skryf Afrikaans nie, maar ek verstaan. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Philip.
I don't actually speak a word of Afrikaans, I have to be very honest, but I think I understood what you just said.
Yes, yes.
But Elodie, for a French citizen, you speak English already very well, which is a
yeah, it's already for a French person. It's something, you know. I know. Just on the technical part of the tour. So the tour will it's going to be for like 45 minutes or so, and we're going to do a Q&A at the end. I'm trying to catch some questions sometimes as well, but it goes quite fast. So we're going to see how it is. But because Soweto is huge, big, and we want to show you really the vibe, we actually gonna get into a tuk-tuk for you to see around. So Philip will be also the driver of the tuk-tuk, and at least we can really show you what it is about and all that vibe. We can hear, I'm not sure you can hear yourself for now, but we can hear a lot of church song for now. I saw a question that's saying if we go into a church. I don't think we will, but we will definitely see people going either inside or outside, and I'm sure you could hear some song. So we're gonna try to see that and cool. Just to take you there. And another little technical part is sometimes the network can be a little bit difficult. So if you see that you can't hear me very well or you can't hear Philip very well, just put a message. We're going to try to re-explain whatever we were explaining. It can happen just for a few seconds. We never know. And again, if you need anything in French as well, I can also say it in French if there is any explanation or anything.
All right, perfect. Let's go.
Let's go. So we're just going to show you as well what Lebo is about, Lebo Backpacker, because it's very, very, very involved in the community. And that's the Lebo Backpacker sign. And Philip's going to explain a little bit what they all are doing here. As you can see, there is big gardens and stuff like that here. And it's actually the community garden that Lebo implemented here for the community here.
Absolutely. So Lebo's Soweto Backpackers is a accommodation, adventure, community orientated business. It's about 17 years into existence, you know, starting from what used to be his grandmother's house, you know, with just 2 rooms, 1 double and 2 single beds. And he gradually grew from there. The beauty of it is that, you know, the community was in support, which makes it very easy to then grow with them. It also makes it very easy as well to experiment on new things without the fear and the stereotypes or stigmas that come with the township. You know, so today we offer from camping, chalets, to in-suites. We have an outdoor community garden, which is also like a farm, where we get to, with those who want to be involved of our community, they get to join us. We share seeds, we plant, and basically you benefit of what you work, you know? A bit of poultry.
I don't know if you see the little chicken here.
Yeah. Elodie as well, if you take a look on this side. A little bit of chive, mint, thyme. Yeah.
Here it's very important because everything is made here and they try to use as much as they can things that they grow themselves here, and it also helps the community. So they give work to the community, they give food to the community, especially when we had a lockdown. It was very, very, very helpful for everybody here, and it's what Lebo wants to do. You know, it doesn't want to be like a multinational. He wants to be like close to the people here, and he wants to be like part of the community and help as much as he can. So it's very, very important, and they are doing like an amazing job here.
I got
and I can see that
2 questions
there is like
in.
one is water is an issue. Is water an issue here?
Water is a bit of an issue. We get our water through the municipal piping, but unfortunately at times it cannot always be reliable.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yes, there is water.
Yeah.
Drinkable water.
And there was another question from Joseph, who's asking, is there a lot of unemployment in Soweto? Or or
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
not only in Soweto, but in South Africa.
In South Africa.
You know, if we were to talk about statistics, they are somewhere close to 30% unemployment in this country, about 28 to 30%. So it's in times like these, it's very, very important to be innovative and to, you know, depend on other means without necessarily knowing that, of course, opportunities in the city, companies are not employing right now. So many companies are having to cut down because of Corona. So to avoid starvation, one has to think of alternative ways of at least making a living.
And has there been a lot of people made redundant since the beginning of the crisis in March?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of confusion, a lot of desperation. For the most part as well, people have been depending on the 350s they get from the government, which is like a social grant, the food parcels at least that come out. But, you know, at time to time, you cannot depend on that. In times like this, it's very important for communities to pull together. You know, when we were growing up, they said it takes a community to raise a child, you know, to strengthen a household. So it's times like these when we revert to those types of teachings, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really something interesting. And as a European here, something extremely interesting is that I always find South African people very resilient, and they always have an idea to help themselves the way they can. They always have, that's why we see a lot of design, of craft and stuff like that, because they get ideas. They don't wait for government to help. They just try to help themselves the way they can. And I think it's absolutely fantastic to see. And that crisis can show us that as well, because unemployment is huge, but they always try to get whatever it makes to live, you know, and that brings some amazing ideas here and some amazing, yeah, amazing things has done sometimes.
Plus now the borders have opened now, so people will be able to flock in again and come and visit South Africa.
Exactly, the border opened like 2 or 3 days ago, so that's absolutely fantastic and a good news for us. And the thing is, we are already here. It means like every little hotel or any place they have sanitizing. We do sanitize like I don't know how many times. Every time you go inside a shop, we actually have to sanitize. We wear the mask. Right now, as you can see, the masks are a little bit down because we've got like a social distance between us. But as soon as there is people around, we're going to put the mask on just to make sure and just to protect everybody. It's really, our figures are quite low, so we're really ready. And the country is so big, and we can do so many things outside, because the outdoor is also very important, you know, because we don't have to be stuck inside. We can do outdoor activities and outdoor visits. So yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Sanitizer?
Sanitizer, definitely. Thanks.
All right, there we go.
Here we go. So we are inside the tuk-tuk. And as you can see here, he's got the Kaiser Chief little tag.
I told you. The 3-wheel Ferrari, our tuk-tuk. From here we'll move. Driving on the left, of course. So today is a Sunday. Many people to and from church. There are various church groups, from your Methodists to your Seventh-day Adventists, you know, to your Presbyterians, to your Christians, and the different colors set them apart. So as we move around, we're going to see a lot of people in their different church regalia, and I'll do my best to tell you which religions they are.
Nico is asking a question. Is the driving on the left side coming from England, or is there another reason why you guys are driving on the left side of the road?
It's coming from England, absolutely. It's that English influence. You know, the area that we are in, earlier I said it's Kilani, but actually when this area was built, it was referred to as Queen Elizabethville. Now this is in the heart of Soweto, but because it was said that the British government had a contribution in terms of the building of these houses, they then named it Queen Elizabethville. So only recently has the name changed to a more appropriate one. We are also heading towards the festive season, the Christmas times. People are going to be going off work, the schools are going to be closing. So, you know, also just to liven up the dampness that the pandemic has brought. People have already started getting into that festive mode. A lot of music, a lot of parties. People are already just ready to have a bit of fun, but safe fun, of course.
So Elodie, question. How far is Soweto from the center of Joburg?
I think it was like it's a 20-minute drive or something, so I'm not sure on kilometers.
Okay.
We are roughly about plus minus 20 kilometers away from Johannesburg. We are the closest township from Johannesburg, and also a lot of Johannesburg's workforce resides in Soweto. So many people commute to and from Soweto to the city for work. It will currently cost you about 17 rands, which is 17. 17 rands for a single trip to the city.
And 17 rand is approximately €1, approximately.
And most of the people will commute by public transport, or will they go to Joburg with their own transportation?
We do have a communal taxi. We're going to show you some where there's like between 12 and 20 people in it. Officially, I think it's a 14-seater or 12-seater, but very often it's way more than the numbers. They also have like some bus as well that goes to town and into town, but it's all the time like communal anyway. It's really public transport, but most of the time it's the taxis. We're gonna try to see one. I'm gonna show you how it is.
This is how you catch a taxi. You stand on the side of the road, you point up like this, and the driver knows you are going to Johannesburg. So different signs take you to different places. For example, Johannesburg, local, crossroad, all right? Orange Farm. In Tanzania, the train station.
That is a taxi. So the taxis, they basically I always say that taxi, they have their own rules, they drive their own way. They stop anywhere. They can stop really anywhere to get someone, depending on the sign of the person doing. So you need to know the sign, but obviously there is no book to know the sign. So I've never known the sign, for example, but everybody in a city, they know what to ask for. And you can ask a taxi anywhere, like literally anywhere, and it stops anywhere. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see.
We got a question coming in from Hugo. He's asking how safe it is to visit Soweto as a tourist or even Joburg. What should you be looking for?
For me, it's always to say it is safe as long as you've got someone to show you the places. It's for safety, but of course it's also to get to the interesting point. But as long as you are with someone, as you can see, we are like in a tuk-tuk at the moment, and we are just looking around, and it's absolutely interesting. People are so happy to see you, and they are so happy to see tourists coming to see them, and they want to show everything. They want to really show you how they live, and they want to show you, and they are so happy. Most of the time, it's what's always nice, you know. I'm sure you're gonna see people saying hi to us because we are very happy to show all of this. Anything you want to add?
I mean, you know, there's a very strong sense of community justice. Outside of the policing, you find that the people have a zero tolerance for crime. Nowadays, if you are caught on the wrong side of the law, it is the community that will act out in anger even before the police arrive. So you find that it really, really helps to eliminate and curb crime. Unfortunately, never 100%, but for the most part, you find that it's not easy for crime to happen during the day because of the community and everybody who's watching out for each other.
Yeah, and it's and again, I'll say always that for tourists in South Africa in general, but Johannesburg and Soweto included, it's just very important to be with someone from here to show you around, as we are doing right now, because at least you'll go definitely to the good spot. There is also a lot of spot that there is something happening on a Sunday, but it's dead on a Saturday. So you need to know that. And as a tourist, most of the time we don't know. So you'll see that we will do a tour in Johannesburg, and you will see how it is. It's really vibrant on a Sunday, that area, but on a Saturday, it's a little bit less. Or, you know, so you really need to know all those codes, and it's important to have someone with you for that.
All right. Got two questions coming in as well. One is, what's the difference? So if you take the public bus, you're going to pay 17 Rand to get to Joburg. Now, would you take a private taxi to go to Joburg? What would be the price difference?
Oh, Uber, like Uber from Soweto to Johannesburg, how much is it? Yeah, let's say 200 Rand. So it means it will be 12 euros.
Okay.
Compared to €1 euro for the taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another question from Nico for you, Elodie, is asking if you go around other places than Joburg, if you travel to or visit other places than Joburg.
A lot. We are lucky because that country is absolutely fantastic for that. So we've got so many areas that we want to see. So yes, Johannesburg, we can come here as well. Soweto, obviously, for anything. It can be for party or eating or just visiting friends, and we can go obviously to Cape Town, to Durban, to all those areas. We've got so many things in South Africa, like game reserve, like the beach and everything. The KwaZulu-Natal is beautiful. Mpumalanga is amazing. That's the names of different provinces in the country. So, and people here, we're not afraid to drive because the size of the country is huge. So we drive very easily 4 to 5 hours, and we just can go very easily watching around and see what is in the country. Yeah.
Question, what's the size of South Africa compared to France or Belgium, for example? How big is it?
Compared to France, it's 2.5.
Okay, so that gives
it's more than twice the size of France, yeah.
Okay.
And I can see that there is question about the KFC. Yeah, we do have all those KFC, McDonald's, and all of this. We do have, but it's not the same menu. I'm telling you, because when I go back to France, I don't recognize it. It's not the same, but here it's bigger actually. So we just want to show around.
That's a little market, is it?
Yes, exactly. And, so
here you have different stalls which sell different things, you know, even from hair salons to barber shops.
That's a hair salon.
Chickens.
Have a look on
fruits, vegetables.
On the hair. So you choose your hair here?
Yeah, you choose your braiding.
You choose whatever you want.
This is a bit of a process. I don't know how the ladies cope with this because it takes hours to do this. But once it's done, it looks so amazing.
It's funny because right now in Belgium, we're not allowed to go to the hairdresser because they're all closed. So maybe
look here, it's open. You should do that, you see? So you just go here and you can go to the hairdresser there. And it can do, so you choose on picture and it can do definitely anything here. So it's open.
So if you want to take an appointment, just let us know, huh?
Yeah, I'll take it for, it's fine. We can just organize that.
Kurt asked us a question about the seasons to go and visit South Africa. Is it one period of the year or it's all year long?
Sorry, you said, sorry, I didn't get the beginning.
There's a question coming in about when is the good season to come and visit South Africa?
Oh, we're very lucky because it's all year round. So it depends if you really like, if you want really something very specific, like for example, if you want to see animals very specifically, the summer, the European summer is the best because it's very dry here on the area where there is animals. So it's easier to see all the animals. But we are very, very lucky because all year round, it's like this, basically. Look at the weather. We've got, I think, 300 days a year with that weather. Meaning it's the sun out. We can have like storms on the evening that just make it a little bit cooler. And the day after, we still have the sun. So in Cape Town, it's a little bit more rainy. It's a little bit more wet, you know, but, and it's also during the winter, summer, the winter time, European winter. It's going to be dry in Cape Town and a little bit more wet in our side on the north. So it really depends, but we are extremely lucky to have a very beautiful weather. I always recommend September, October, November, or like February, March, April. That's the best time of the year to see a little bit of everything.
And Jan is asking us about any malaria issues. Is it, most of it is malaria free, I think, yeah?
So malaria, we do have a little part, which is the east of the country where it is malaria. So the Kruger Park, for example. So obviously we always recommend people to check with their doctor. It's, but otherwise the rest of the country is malaria free. Meaning that where we are here in Johannesburg, it's malaria free. All the south is malaria free. It's only the part close to the Mozambique where, yes, it can be malaria. It depends on the season. It's the same thing because when it's very, very dry, there is absolutely no mosquito or nothing. But it's still a malaria zone, yeah. And now we're gonna just show you what the snacks are. Oh, that's a very, very popular snacks. Very natural color, as you can see. It's a bright yellow. It's kind of a popcorn.
Yeah, it's kind of dried, colored popcorn. It's not too sweet. It's not too savory. But this is, you know, no matter where you are in South Africa, when you see one of these tables and you see one of the vendors selling, you take a closer look. 9 out of 10 times you will always find this. These are called amakipkip. All right, and these are so popular that there's even a clothing brand that's been made out of these, printed with this different colors. So I know what they taste like, Elodie.
Yeah. I want some anyway.
Yeah. What do you think?
And those markets, those markets, they open every day, or it's just on the weekend, or it's?
They are open every day.
Every day, all the time. You can see that everywhere in the city, everywhere. It's literally something that you can see on the side of the road as well. And all the kids, they're stopping there. Everybody is stopping and eating like that. All those little things, definitely.
So
let's go back.
Buy them from the city. People bring it back, and they tie it up and get to sell it out to the kids. All right.
Let's
so
go.
From here we are moving from the market. We are heading past Meadowlands. Meadowlands is the section where between 1950, 56, 55, and 56. You know, this is where the forceful removals happen, where people were forcefully removed during apartheid from an area called Sophia Town or Sophia Town. and they were forcefully removed, of course, according to their racial belonging. Those who are native were brought into this part of Soweto, and this part of Soweto is renowned for music, for also a different variety of style because of their influence that they brought over from Sapphire Town. A lot of Sotho speaking people here as well.
There's not a lot of traffic, huh? Well, there's still some cars, but it's fairly calm. Is it like this every day, or is it because it's a Sunday?
No, because it's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
That's why it's like quiet. Yeah. It's a Sunday, so we don't have too much traffic. Because during the week, it's quite crazy, I have to say. Especially because most of the people, they don't work in Soweto, so they live here, but they don't work here. So they always have to go to the city to work. So that's the point as well. It makes a huge traffic.
We got a very interesting question from Nico. He's asking, what's the national sport in South Africa? Is it rugby or is it football?
For me, I will say it's a bit strange, but rugby is like pretty much a white sport here. So it changes now, But if we say it's rugby, it's for white, and soccer is more for black people. So if you go here to watch a soccer game, for example, Kaizer Chiefs and the Pirates, so the two teams are from Soweto, and it's like a very competitive teams. It's extremely friendly between the two teams, always. But it's a majority of people are black, and they support are black. And rugby, it's the opposite. It's a very, very white sport, and you're gonna see only few black people playing rugby. So it changed a lot now because we start to have like a rugby players from townships, but so the tradition is that, yeah.
There's Christoph who's also asking us, is it okay to drive through the red lights when you're driving?
Okay, so
it depends on the intersection.
It depends on the intersection. Yes, it is true. So I'm gonna be the one driving through the red lights at night, but I use the red lights like a kind of a stop, I check and I go. But it depends on the intersection, and it is true that here everybody knows, oh, this one it's fine, you can go. Oh, this one, no, you don't go, you stop. So yeah, it's a really tricky question though. But yeah, at night I can go through red road. We call that a robot here. It's very South African to say that, but red traffic light, yeah, on an evening when it's dark, yeah, you just go if you see there is no one.
All right, good to know. Thank you. So where are we driving towards to right now?
Okay, so now we're driving towards Vilakazi Street, the famous Vilakazi Street, which is the street of Nelson Mandela, as well as Desmond Tutu. So we are slowly en route towards there.
So Vilakazi Street, it's a very, we're gonna walk there actually for you to feel the vibe. The vibe of Vilakazi Street is what we call the Champs-Élysées of Soweto. It's like it's very, very important. It's a lot of bars and restaurants. Most of the time the music is quite loud. Everybody takes their car there because you have to show your car, it's it's quite important. So yeah, it's a very, very important street here, and historically as well. So it's quite good to go there.
Margot is asking us a question. What are the do's and don'ts in South Africa? What do you do to be polite, and what should you avoid?
Yes, so here, something that you always say hi to everyone you see. Even if you don't know them, you say, hi, how are you? Always. It's very nice, it's very friendly, and it's something that I absolutely love about people here. It's even if you don't know them, you just smile, you just say hi, and they are super happy. And if you go into a bar, you don't know anyone, within 10 minutes in Johannesburg, you've got friends, and properly friends, like you can have people. It's extremely nice. So that is something we're not scared of talking to people. We're gonna talk to anyone. We're gonna just say, we can stop someone to say, "Oh, I love the shirt you're wearing," or "Oh, wow, you know, anything." It's very, very friendly. It's a very, very friendly country. So that is definitely, and you can feel it as well when you drive. You always say thank you to people. If they stop for you, you stop. You can stop in the middle of the road to let them go. You can. It's really like a very, very friendly city. So, I think we're gonna see something extremely interesting here. They're doing food.
Chicken and pop, which is one of the staple foods.
What is it?
Can we just check quickly? We're gonna just have a look because that is a traditional South African food that we are cooking. You can see in the middle of the road outside. It's a chicken and pap. So we're gonna just show you how it looks like. So you've got the fruit and veggies, guys.
And basically, that's like a takeaway stand, I guess.
Exactly. That's our local KFC. That is local KFC. So that is a pap. As you can see, it's
chicken and pop.
Chicken and pap. So that's the pap here.
Yeah.
Made from maize meal,
There we go.
water and salt. That's how you prepare it. Different cultures make it with different texture. So some cultures like it hard, some cultures like it soft. So the gentleman makes the pap with what we call rock chicken. Now, rock chicken is slaughtered chicken, which is very, very different from the chicken that we get at the supermarket. Again, the texture is different. But from the chicken feet to the chicken neck, nothing is wasted, everything inside the pot there. Yeah. So,
All right.
We do have chicken feet there, and they eat it like a snack. And it's actually very good. It's weird, but very good. So it's it's actually quite good to see.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people are hungry now.
Yes, you see. So now you're hungry, guys. Now the food is very, very good. I'm not gonna lie. The meat is delicious, and the pap is good. Most of the time you eat it with a lot of sauce, like a shakalaka sauce, which is like a spicy tomato kind of sauce, and you eat everything like this. But that is very, very common. You know, it's very, very common to see. And I'm sure you saw next to it the type of car that are parked there. It was like a big Porsche, you know. So in Soweto, people think always like in French we say bidonville, but it's not the correct term for Soweto. Township is very specific. It doesn't mean that everybody is extremely poor or live in a small house or in a shack. What it means like it's like a informal house. You also have people who really make quite a lot of money here, and they stay here because of the community. It's extremely important to stay here. They are proud of Soweto. They are proud of what it is. And even if you are an entrepreneur or a football player and you have a lot of money, they're still gonna stay in Soweto. So, and it's what we want to make people understand as well about Soweto. It's not only what we think about, meaning shacks and stuff like that, like small houses, and you have very beautiful house and people with very beautiful cars.
Christophe was saying to us that he saw a lot of people carrying umbrellas. The sun is very strong in Joburg.
Oh yeah, it is very, very strong. The umbrella, you use it against the rain and also to protect from the sun. Everybody, everywhere. It's really, the sun is very, very harsh here. It's like for me, I burn in like few minutes, honestly. So you have to protect yourself. Yeah. And I see that the question is, a local KFC okay for tourists? Honestly, I I can eat from there, not a problem. Honestly, it's always depend on the person, obviously, but it's chicken very cooked, and the pap it's like flour with corn flour with water, so it's like a bread. You can see that they also like a lot of graffiti, street art. It's very, very colorful. We are arriving at the Hector Peterson Museum. We're just going to see from the outside, and that is in front of the Hector Peterson Museum.
And what's Hector Peterson's museum?
The Hector Peterson Museum is dedicated to the 1976 student uprising. The students who demonstrated against Afrikaans as a medium of instruction, who also demonstrated against the poor quality of education, which was known as Bantu education. Bantu education was a system of education where the apartheid government felt, why was it necessarily important to teach native children mathematics, science, biology, when they would not grow up to be intellectuals? So the government had tried to introduce a system that would emphasize hand skills, to say rather teach them how to use their hands, teach them the manual skills, because they would only grow up to be workers or laborers. So in 1976, on the 16th of June, a group of young students who eventually would influence an entire education student board across the township. But the students of 1976 decided that on the 16th of June, they were going to take to the streets and they were going to openly show the government that they did not want to accept Afrikaans as a medium and also accept the poor quality of education called Bantu education. Unfortunately, what was planned as a peaceful protest where the kids had not intended for any violence, they came out dressed in full school uniform with nothing but postcards and banners that said no to the oppression. Unfortunately, as they took to the streets, they were met by police halfway throughout their protest, and the police reacted or responded in a very violent manner by shooting at these children. So the Hector Peterson is a museum and a heritage site which is dedicated to those who sacrificed their lives for the quality of education that we enjoy today,
All right, thank you, Philippe, for the explanation.
So we're gonna just go to Villa Cassie. We're just arriving on Villa Cassie Street, and we're gonna just go a little bit further, and we're gonna go down, walk there. We're gonna walk there. Here we go. Let's go, because here it's normally a lot of people, so we just want to walk. It's much easier. I can see you can park anywhere in the street. Yeah, we basically can.
and another thing is that reputation goes a very long way. So people know who we are, know what Labels does, and that adds to the respect as well, where we don't have to feel, oh my God, we are leaving it unlocked, or anyone can take it. That seldomly happens.
It's again the same thing as we said earlier. Because of the work of Lebo is well known everywhere in Soweto, and everybody understands what it brings to the township. And we will do a tour in Johannesburg another day, and you'll see it's exactly the same things. Every areas, they know the guides and they know how important it is. So they are very happy to see, and it's safe to go with them, because everybody knows them, and basically they understand that a tourist coming here, it's more money for the community. It's also people looking at their own country differently, and they want to show all of this. So it's actually very important.
Because of because of the history of South Africa as well, you find that there was a huge stereotype and stigma around the townships, known to be dangerous, known to be underdeveloped, and really savage. And people now want to open their homes really to showcase that it's not what used to those who fight people today have a different attitude altogether towards the township, and they want to showcase it to the world.
So we are walking down Villa Cassie Street, which is the only street in the entire world with 2 Nobel Prize who lived there.
Yeah. One of them still alive.
One of them still alive. Desmond Tutu. He celebrated his 90th birthday, if I'm not mistaken, or not long ago. Yeah, Desmond Tutu.
And he still lives there, or?
No. Oh yeah, so that is the painting. No, he doesn't live there anymore. So that is all the painting for all the leaders. He doesn't live here. I think he lives in Cape Town most of the time.
No. Yes, he lives
Yeah,
in Cape Town.
he's in Cape Town most of the time. So but his house is still there, and he can come here if he wants to. But yeah.
It's good. We got a comment from Hugo saying that he's surprised. He thought that townships would be poor, but he sees tarmac roads and stone houses. So
exactly, that's very different areas. We cannot show everything right now, but very different areas. So obviously you've got some we've got some areas where it's shacks, like we're going to try to see, but so it's very, very poor, but otherwise no. And Soweto is really like a place where people are proud of. They are proud to come from Soweto. They are proud to live here. So the soccer players, when they are from Soweto, they basically stay here. So here we go. We arrived at the Mandela's house. Just quickly to show you.
House number 8115. This is the house that used to belong to Nelson Mandela. Today it is known as the Nelson Mandela Family Museum. And this is the first house in which Nelson Mandela ever owned. He writes about this house in his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, where he expresses the joys of having this house by saying, "A man is not a man, that's how he expressed the joys of having this house. First lived in this house in his first wife, by the name of Evelyn.
we cannot hear Philip very well right now, Elodie.
Okay, we can't hear. You can't hear him. Maybe it's too many.
Yeah, I think there's too much noise.
Yeah, too much noise around. Yeah. But that is a very, very, very popular house. And as you can see, all the people here are locals, but it is important to pay the respect and to come here and just to take picture in front of Mandela's house. It's extremely important. So can you hear him now?
Yes.
Yeah, so like I was saying, this is the house that he first owned. This is also the house that he came back to after the 27 years in incarceration. When he was released in 1990 on the 11th of February, he directly came back to this house. At the time, he was married to his second wife, Winnie Mandela. Winnie Mandela spent the most time at that house together with his daughter, Zenzi Zanani. Today, the house is a museum. It contributes to the glory and pride of the streets. Nowhere else in the world will you find 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners in the same street, and because of that, different locals have come together to really soup up the street, making sure that at least it gets to become the poster of what we are trying to achieve with our township.
I don't know if you wanted the.
So we're gonna just find a small space where we can do the Q&A, just to sit and just for you to ask more question if you want to. We're just gonna go through that part. It's where all the restaurants, and now it's honestly there is no one, but if we come back like in 2-3 hours, it's gonna be like full of people here because that's the place to be. That's really, really the place to be. I think the people are washing their car at the moment just to come and show off here because that is very important to show your car here. And so, yeah, it's really a place where everything is happening. And I come here to party as well. So, you know, it's like a very mixed area. It's not like only Black people living here. No, it's like a very, very common area. I just want to show you the Desmond Tutu house with car in front, but that's, they have the blue sign like this. The blue sign is actually meaning that it's a historical house. So you're not allowed to destroy it, to change it. And so there is a lot of buildings and places like this in South Africa where they have the blue logo like this.
Yeah, blue plaque, just like in the UK, huh?
Yeah.
Sites.
Heritage
So
sites.
yes, I mean, he's still alive, Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Like Elodie said, he's in Cape Town in an area called the Bishop's Court. And he used to stay here, but unfortunately, as the street became more commercial, you know, it also became a bit too noisy for the old man. And,
yeah, it can be very, very noisy here. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. Do you want to stop to do the Q&A maybe here, or we are here?
We can do that here, no worries. Margot was asking a question about asking what is the most important tradition in South Africa?
Sure.
It's so diverse. South Africa is so diverse. And to be fair, you know, we have to include all the different traditional cultures. So here in the township, we tend to try and fuse it and mix it into an upbeat, young social culture where all of those different traditions are recognized.
Yeah, I think here when we celebrate, we've got like beautiful days, public holidays. I really love one which called, it's in September, it's Heritage Day. And it's really to celebrate the culture difference from everyone and to say at the end of the day, we are all different, but we make the same country and we make the country fantastic because of that differences. So it means everybody is dressing up traditionally. You go in a street, everybody is dancing and everything, and it's extremely friendly. And I like the fact that you celebrate the difference of everybody, because with 11 languages, and it's even not only the numbers, it's 11 official languages, but you can't imagine how many language you've got in between everything. So I don't know, people, I still don't understand sometimes how they know which language they have to speak to each other, because sometimes they arrive and they're going to speak in one language. That's and you true. See another person and they're going to speak a total different language. So it's actually very, very interesting.
There's a kombucha, a cocktail of all the different South African languages mixed into one. And I'm going to give you an example of it quickly. If someone was to say, today is a beautiful day, using this lingo franco, this kombucha, you would say, Ilanga eli grand vandag, which means today is a beautiful day. Ilanga eli is Zulu, grand is English, vandag, Afrikaans. So already, you know, 3 different languages, 1 sentence.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
Did you see Nico's question? He's asking what are both your favorite spots and the place not to miss?
Sure, only one spot. Okay, yours. I'm thinking of mine. Just
my place is called The Rock. All right, and you sit on beer crates. There are no proper chairs, but I guarantee you the vibe is world class.
All right.
Yeah, and it's actually cool. Yeah, yeah. There is a few places. There is something also extremely nice here in Soweto, or in every township, but I like the one there, is a Chisanyama. The Chisanyama, if I explain very simple, you just arrive, it's outside, so you've got kind of a tent, and you've got to, inside when you arrive, I mean, under the tent, you've got some chairs and tables and area where you can dance. On your left side, you've got the butchery where you can go fetch your meat. Next to it, you've got the people who are grilling the meat for you. And the opposite side, you've got the bottle store when you go buy your drinks. So when you arrive, you go to the butchery, you've got like a fresh meat. They're gonna grill it for you the way you want. You just go buy your bottle and you sit in the middle and you just dance in the middle. And it's absolutely fantastic. Everybody's sitting with everybody. And it's a very, very cool place. Very nice.
I got one last question before we wrap this up. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for joining that walk this morning. As you saw, we posted a link if you want to tip Philip,
Yes.
Lebos, the whole team, because you do understand that there's fewer tourists right now. So it'd be great if you can just do a quick gesture to thank them for the walk this morning. What I wanted to know is how many days would you recommend in Joburg and Soweto when you're going for a first time in South Africa?
For me, it's at least 1 or 2 nights in Johannesburg and also Soweto, and at least you can really experiment, because what you want to see, it's not like just 2 hours of going quickly, but maybe just to experience the entire area and that feeling, and coming to different time of the day. As you can see, Vilakazi right now, there is no one. In 3 hours time, it's going to be full, and the experience is different. So when you've got like at least one entire day where you can really enjoy that, I think it's really fantastic to do. And the evening as well. The evenings are great, eh?
Very true, very
Yeah.
true. And the cities are very commercial, busy, but when you come towards the townships, they are more relaxed and they allow for a nice party or atmosphere, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Elodie, Philip, I want to thank you both for this great
Thank
work.
you very much.
It really gave us an amazing South African vibe this morning. I think everybody's feeling like dancing and eating, and we just felt the warmth of your
Fantastic.
your walk. I want to wish you all an excellent and great Sunday. As you see, I've just shared now a QR code. If you want to give a tip, you just have to scan this with your phone. And otherwise, I am wishing you all an excellent Sunday. And we are looking forward to go back to Africa, to South Africa.
Yes, very soon. Definitely. We welcome you with pleasure. We are ready for you, eh?
Was that?
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you a
Thanks
lot.
a lot.
Have a great day. See ya. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. I didn't see the time. Have you seen what is done?
Sorry? Yeah, you had it in this position. So you had this back one at the back. So because you had enough
you.